Greetings to all my dear students. In today's video, we will be continuing with report writing, and today we will learn how to write a report for newspaper. So let us begin with the video. Students, whether it is a magazine report or a newspaper report, there are certain guidelines that you need to follow. So before we proceed further, let me recapitulate some of the points that you need to follow while writing a report, whether it is for a magazine or whether it is for a newspaper. Number 1, be factual and do not add any information on your own that may seem fictitious. It means, of course, you will add information, of course, you will write about certain things that are not given in the question paper. Let us say you have to write a report about a car accident, so definitely you are going to add points. But whatever you're writing, it should be clear enough. Nothing should be vague. Second point, write in indirect speech, preferably in passive voice, because it is something that has to be reported. So it should be in reported speech. Third point, do not use personal pronouns like I, me, or you. You have to write in third person form. Next, avoid imposing your personal opinions and do not make any biased conclusions. It means you have to avoid being judgmental and you have to present the facts as they are without any hint or touch of judgment or biasness. Last, answer the questions. Now the W's that I had taught you: when, where, why, what and who. So all these questions you need to answer when you are writing your report. When you have finished writing your report, you have to ask yourself that is your report answering to all these W's? If it is doing that, it is good enough. Let's talk about the several elements related to format of a newspaper report. In the previous video, you learnt about magazine report. Here we have the elements that have to be included in the format of a newspaper report. First thing is headline. You have already learnt about it. It should be short, precise and to the point. Second, byline, where you have to write the name of the reporter along with his designation, his or her designation. Now third part, in the opening paragraph, one change will be there. Before you start writing the report, you have to write the name of place and date. So you will write the place, Patna, comma, date. Then you will put a colon and then you will start in the same line. You will begin with your opening paragraph. So this is a major change related to structure of a newspaper report. Now details in next two paragraph or in one paragraph, as you feel that you can arrange your details. You can use either one or two paragraph for the details, and lastly you have to give a conclusion or a conclusive statement. So keep this thing in your mind that in newspaper report you have to start with place, comma, date, colon. So this is quite important. When we proceed further, you will see how the place and date are written, how the arrangement is there of writing place and date before you begin writing your actual report. Let's talk about the elements related to format of a newspaper report in details. Number 1, headline. It should be short and it need not be a complete sentence. You can use a phrase, but it should convey that what is there in your report. Second thing, byline. Here you have to include name and designation of the reporter. So you can see here one example is written by Sanjeev Kumar, comma, Times News Network. So byline is written just below the headline, just that it is aligned towards the right hand side. In the right corner it would be placed. Now, before we start writing our opening paragraph, we have to write the place and date of reporting. Now, it is generally not mentioned in a magazine report, but here you have to mention it. You have to be very careful when you are writing a newspaper report. You have to remember that before you begin writing your report, you have to write place, comma, date, put a colon, and then you have to start with your main text. The fourth element is opening paragraph. It was there in the magazine report also. It includes expansion of the headline. It needs to be short and it is like a general overview of the report. You don't have to write in details, but a general overview that what happened, how it happened, when did it happen, all the W's you have to include here. And then in the consecutive paragraphs you have to elaborate those W's. Now the fifth element is account of the event in detail. It is generally written in two parts, but you can write it in one part also if you want to. Now you have to give a complete account of what happened in a chronological sequence. Chronological means what happened first, it will come first, and afterwards what happened, it will come after that. So you have to maintain the chronology, the order in which the things happened. And second, witnesses remarks you have to include. So whenever any accident happens, let's say a bus collided with a car, so many people must be there, eyewitnesses who have seen that. So to make your report more authentic, to make it seem more genuine, you have to include the remark of witness, who were there at that time of the accident. After that comes concluding paragraph. So this will include the action that has been taken so far, like what has the government done, what has the local authorities done, what has the police done regarding this matter. Any compensation for the deceased, the dead people, like government announced a remuneration or compensation of 5 lakh rupees for the dead people. It is the last paragraph and the concluding paragraph. One noticeable thing about report writing is that, like a notice, it will be enclosed within a box. So while writing a report, you have to ensure that you enclose it within a box using a pencil and a ruler. Now here we have a sample of a newspaper report. Let's begin with the title. 56 injured in train tractor trolley collision. This is your title, headline. And then we have the byline. You see how it is aligned towards the right hand side by Sanjeev Kumar, Times News Network. So Sanjeev Kumar is the name and Times News Network is the designation or the name of organization to which the writer belongs. Now see how here we have written place, Uttar Pradesh, 28th March. The format for writing date will be like this. And then you will put a colon. And then in the same line, you will not start writing in the next line. In the same line, you will start writing the report. One more accident at an unmanned level crossing. The railways were to be blamed as they did not have people posted at such crossings to prevent such accidents. Now, this is the opening paragraph. Now we'll come to the detailed description of the event. The correspondent was travelling to Kanpur by the Lucknow Shatabdi when it hit a tractor trolley at an unmanned level crossing after Khurja station. The train driver was handicapped due to the heavy fog for prevailing in the morning hours. The train stopped and relief measures were taken by the passengers. Apparently, the trolley was full of a marriage party returning to their village after solemnizing the marriage. Now come to the last last paragraph. 14 passengers of the trolley were seriously injured and were shifted to Khurja Civil Hospital by ambulances. The tractor and the trolley were smashed beyond repair. The local administration has announced suitable compensation to the injured. The train resumed its journey after 3 hours. So this is how we divide our report into at least 3 parts. If you want to divide it into 4 parts, that also can be done. But at least you have to divide it into 3 parts: opening paragraph, details, and then conclusive part. Now, certain things to remember when you're writing a report. The headline of the report, a newspaper report, is short and not a complete sentence. The name of the reporter is followed by date, place of the incident. So you have to write the date and place of incident before you begin writing your report. So place comes first, and after that you write the date. The entire report is broken down into at least 3 paragraphs and at most 4 paragraphs. The whole report is factual, based on facts. Nothing should be vague, unclear. The entire report is in third person and in passive voice. So whenever you are writing a newspaper reports, just keep in mind all these points, things to remember. This is it for today's video. Thank you for listening patiently. Your assignment has been attached with this video lesson. You can do your assignments in your writing section notebook. Thank you so much once again.